everyone. Welcome back to Rose Sports Cave. And I'm here looking to give you a little bit of tonight's matchup where the Steelers, 6-7-1, and be taking on the Minnesota Vikings, 5-7. Great scores by both teams. Looking for a playoff hunt. We'll see what happens. But after Minnesota Vikings lost to the Detroit Lions, where, you could have thrown to a lot of different people and probably won. The Minnesota defense was terrible. Didn't know what they were doing. They're probably out there playing another sort of sport while they're trying to play football. Who knows? You weren't guarding anyone. You were just sitting there and then sitting in the back of the end zone. So what are you going to do against the Steelers? Well, guys, let me give you a little insight real quick. Steelers, bold defense. They're scary looking. TJ Watt coming off right end. You don't want to mess with him. And he's probably going to come screaming off the end. You got Christian Darrisaw. He's questionable tonight for the Vikings. If he's not in, it's really going to hamper that Vikings offensive line. So Steelers defense is going to come out screaming. I really like the front line. Minkah Fitzpatrick, I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure he'll be playing tonight. I know cornerback Joe Hayden will not be playing tonight. Hayden, veteran, great, knows the whole system, can go back and forth. They'll miss him. They will, especially when he was probably supposed to be guarding Justin Jefferson. Otherwise, that defense is looking really good, really scary. I think after making a good stop against Lamar Jackson and Ravens and keeping that game to 1 point game, 1 point game. I really do think that they're going to come out screaming against the Minnesota Vikings. They're going to be looking for a win. They're going to want it. On the other side, guys, the mystery's Kirk Cousins, okay? We all know he has his days. He throws little short passes. All of a sudden it's third and manageable, third and not manageable. We don't know what to expect from Kirk Cousins. His offensive line is, let's be real, just like I said earlier, left tackle Christian Darrisaw. What's going to happen there? He's out. He's questionable. If he's out, there goes a second stringer. It's going to be rough for him. They don't have the best offensive line. They're going to struggle. And the Steelers defense is going to run them over. Kirk Cousins, get the ball out of your hands. Get it out. Get it to Jefferson. Get it to Delvin Cook, who was questionable, is now in. Get it to him. Get it to him. Run the ball hard. At least prevent the Steelers from getting in and sacking you. Got to get that ball out fast because they're going to be wanting to get to Kirk Cousins. It's going to be up to Justin Jefferson tonight. Vikings defense, we know they can play well. We all want to say they had a hiccup at the end. I don't think so. I think Mike Zimmer in those main moments, I don't think he can do it. Tonight, he's probably going to come out with a great game plan against the Steelers. Do I know that he's going to win? I don't know, and I don't have a lot of confidence that his defense is going to take down a really struggling offense of the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's right. I said they're struggling, and Vikings might not be able to match them for match. Like, you might not be able to get them. So we'll see what happens. Mike Zimmer against Mike Tomlin, which Mike Tomlin was in Minnesota at one point of his life. I would take Tomlin 100% of the time, and I don't think Zimmer's going to have an answer. He's going to try. He's going to do what he can. He's just not fit for that position anymore as a coach. He's wore out. And Mike Tomlin, as we see, has never had a losing season. He is obviously, I would say, probably the best coach behind Bill Belichick. So there's a lot of fire under both these guys, or both these teams and coaches. And we're going to see what happens tonight. Now, just really quick, guys, Justin Jefferson, he's going to have to run, and he's going to have to get it done. And right now he is, let me get you something here, some stats. 1,209 yards, of receiving this year. He's only 135, 140 behind Cooper Kupp. It's very close race. This guy is elite. First year, I should say, besides his rookie year, first year out of LSU. won the college championship with Joe Burrow and LSU. He was a late pick, 26th pick by the Vikings. Some other, Jamar Chase went before him. Some of those other guys, I've never saw them product at the level that Justin Jefferson has given you. I mean, this guy is just amazing. He can run over you. He can go deep and just, he could tear up that whole Steelers defense if he really wanted to. So keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on Kirk Cousins getting the ball out of his hands. He's not going to want to keep it against the Steeler defense. So we'll probably see a lot of Dalvin Cook. We're probably going to see a lot of the running game and probably even more of the passing game. Like I said, guys, he's just going to want to get it out of his hands, and we're just going to have to watch it and see what happens. I give you my opinions. I give you what I think. I'm going to give you some stats. Well, let me give you right now. If Steelers against the Vikings in Minnesota, it's cold, okay? That weather has so much to do with the football game. Pittsburgh, yeah, it gets cold. I'm sure they play in some cold weather. They got Big Ben, not very, he's struggling. They're going to struggle in Minnesota, I do feel, with the weather a little bit. I don't want to say it's a factor, but I think it will be a little bit. So we'll see what happens there. Minnesota Vikings know how to play in it. I think that's just one thing that's going to add into the Vikings' favor tonight. Steelers, their defense, I could see them really, really taking advantage offensively on Mike Zimmer's defense, guys. But I'm just going to have to go with the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to 100% go with them. And the only reason is, and I give you all these reasons, I gave you everything, I told you everything I know, I told you everything you'd want to know about this football game. Well, Steelers have the better coach in defense. Yes, they do. But I think one man in Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook, I think they can do it. And Kirk Cousins, he's steady. He has bad games. He has good games. He's throwing. I think he's going to get it out of his hands tonight. I don't have enough faith in Big Ben to go with the Steelers at all. You have to have a defense to really balance everything out. I don't see them having much of an offense. I don't see them having a lot of offense. So I'm going to give the Vikings the edge. I think their offense is going to go to work. I think their defense is going to struggle. But we also haven't, like I said, we haven't saw much of Pittsburgh. So, guys, I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings. Justin Jefferson's just too good. And, that's my picks for today. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm going to keep getting on. I'm going to give you a new matchup for this Sunday's games. And like, subscribe, everybody. I want to keep doing this for you. I want to keep giving you everything I have. And I can only do that when I know you guys are enjoying it. So comment, like, subscribe. Let me know how it's going. I want to keep doing this. I want to get more in depth with things. Have a good night, guys. Enjoy the game. And I'm out.